Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Nature.
Spring blossom is a celebration of winter's end and a reminder that summer is just around the corner. Pretty pink and white flowers burst into bloom, providing an early source of pollen and nectar for bees and other pollinators. Cross-pollination is necessary for the trees to reproduce by producing fruits, which is necessary for birds to feed on. In Japan, cherry blossoms are called Sakura, a special flower for the people and the country. Cherry blossoms are a symbolic flower of the spring, a time of renewal, and the fleeting nature of life. Once the buds open up, there's an explosive chain reaction resulting in a beautiful display of pale pink petals across the parks and streets of Japan, which soon flutter to the ground in a grand finale known as Sakura. A trip to see the cherry blossoms in the pinnacle of Japanese nature in all its glory. Their life is very short. After their beauty peaks around 2 weeks, the blossoms start to fall. During this season in Japan, people like to have cherry blossom parties with colleagues, friends and family. A cherry blossom makes people happy. They enjoy eating, drinking and barbecuing underneath the cherry blossoms. We call this custom hanami. Hanami literally means watching blossoms, and this tradition can be traced back to at least 1,000 years before. Blossom flowers are a type of pale pink petals that bloom in less than a week and make up for 80% of the cherry blossom trees in the country. Cherry blossoms are probably the most popular Japanese flower and one of the most loved flowers in the whole of the world. A cherry tree might only remain in bloom for 1 or 2 weeks. However, they only keep up their peak color for about 3 days. So it's best to take your trip wisely if you're visiting a cherry blossom destination from out of your town. When cherry blossoms open up, different factors may affect the timing when they open up. In the olden days, cherry blossoms were used for many ancient remedies. The ancient Phoenicians used the almond blossoms with honey and sprinkled them into stews and gruels to give muscular strength. Crushed petals were used for skin spots and mixed with banana oil for dry skin and sunburns. In the 17th century, Italy peach blossoms were made into a poultice for bruises, rashes, eczema, grazes and stings. In ancient Greek medicine, plum blossoms were used to treat bleeding gums, mouth ulcers and tighten loose teeth. Cherry blossoms have salted leaves and petals and the sweet scent called Sakura mochi. Different types of varieties are pickled with salt and vinegar for the salted cherry blossom recipe. The leaves of a certain variety are pickled and in the same way to bring out its sweet aroma. Climate change is affecting how early blossoms bloom. Some scholars have suggested that the trees are blooming earlier as the planet gradually gets warmer. Dr. Soo Hwan King from the University of Washington has studied this phenomenon. Says that by 2080 we could expect to see cherry blossoms in DC as early as February. Another interesting fact about cherry blossoms in Washington DC. Resist the urge to take cherry blossoms home with you as a souvenir, as in DC, at least breaking off a blossom or branch is viewed as vandalism. Those who break this rule could receive a citation or worse, be arrested. It goes without saying that it's also illegal to climb the trees. If they sustain damage to their branches, they will never be able to grow again. In 1909, Japan offered to send 2,000 cherry trees to America as a symbol of friendship between the two countries. When these trees arrived in DC in January 1910, the trees were weak due to over-pruning of their roots. Despite attempts to save them, the trees were ultimately thrown into a pile and burned. The cherry trees in one Dutch municipality have proper names. Located in the largest park in Netherlands, around 400 cherry blossom trees have proper names. Half of them have traditional Dutch women's names and half of them have Japanese women's names. Blossom trees are simply delightful. Everywhere we turn, we need to make sure to approach the blossom trees and really look at the beauty and the detail within all that nature holds. I've came across a lot of different variety of blossoms, such as pale whites to dark pinks to light pinks. But overall, what I've came to the conclusion of is that these colours are simply idyllic and the beauty that they bring upon us is just simply unexplainable. There are many types of different blossoms, such as these dark pink, a striking upright ornamental crab apple with magenta flowers, glossy foliage that turns deep red in autumn. The small red fruits make a fine crab apple jelly or left alone provide a good food source for birds in winter. This is another type. They are almost pale and pink in colour. One of the best flowering apples, Malus, Arthur Turner, has outstanding pink flowers followed by golden apples that are excellent for cooking and baking. This is called the pink shell. It is a small spreading ornamental cherry with delight. Cup-shaped pink flowers with pale green leaves that turn orange in autumn, excellent for early pollinators. Spire is a compact and upright ornamental cherry that produces an impressive show of pink flowers from late March. Its colourful foliage begins bronze, turning yellow and green in summer, followed by red in autumn. Tai Haku, an ancient cultivator. This great white cherry bears white blossoms much larger than most ornamental cherries, up to 6 centimeters in width. Gorgeous bronze foliage turns green in summer. Regina. This is another type of white blossom, an excellent variety for cherries. Regina produces clouds of pure white blossoms in spring, followed by large crimson cherries with superb flavour in summer, great for a small garden. Another small white breed of blossoms reaching up to 2 meters. This compact ornamental cherry is ideal for small gardens. Showy white flowers, blushed pink bursts from attractive twisted branches. It's excellent in colours with reds and oranges in autumn. Avalon Pride, the beautiful peach tree, has showy pink colours early in the spring seasons, followed by large juicy peaches in summer. Chirote is an ornamental cherry produces masses of fragrant semi-double white flowers on dark branches, followed by pretty autumn colours. Its flat crown and spreading habit creates a stunning oriental frame. This tree bears attractive single white blossoms on a dark grey trunk. The flowers are loved by pollinators. I hope you enjoyed this video and please like and subscribe for more content.